Hello again, Portal Masters. I am excited to say that I touched it. I actually, finally touched it. In case you're wondering what I'm actually referring to, I'm of course talking about Skylanders Giants. I've actually had a pretty interesting last couple of days. Um, I heard on the internet that some people are actually getting their hands on copies of Skylanders Giants early. And I'm not talking about like scalpers that work in the store selling them on eBay. That's been happening now for weeks. And the game has been out now for a couple days in Australia, and it should be coming out, I think, either today, maybe tomorrow, something like that, in Europe. Um, but what I'm talking about is people in America, um, like just the general public, going into the stores and finding Giants on the shelf already. Just it's mostly been at Walmart's. People just don't know that much about the games, put them out early, not realizing what the release date is. And this got me really excited because I'm thinking, hey, maybe one of my Walmarts near me is going to be one of those places that are lucky enough to have the game early. And that's what I've been doing these last few days to help me kill time until the actual release date. I've been trolling around Walmarts, and I've actually had a pretty fair amount of luck. About 2 days ago, I was at one Walmart near me, and behind the register, I saw in the and still in the box and everything was a whole box full of starter packs. Of course, I asked the register person, the cashier, and they told me, no, they couldn't sell it to me. They knew that the game wasn't supposed to be out yet, and so fair enough. So I went on to the next place, and last night, I was at Walmart, and I actually saw the Portal Owners packs. They were sitting out on the shelves, just free for anyone to grab and buy and whatever. Unfortunately, I didn't get one. I don't really want a Portal Owners pack. The whole reason I'm even looking at Walmart is for the Glow in the Dark Cinder and Portal exclusive, only at Walmart, and and like I said, I'm not going to get a Portal Owners pack since I already have both a 360 and a 3DS starter pack pre-ordered at GameStop. But I saw the Portal Owners pack, and I asked like two or three different people, and each one gave me a different answer. Finally, one guy went into the back, and he actually brought out the box, the starter pack that had everything I needed in it, and it was glorious. I held the box and I touched it, and it was awesome. But when he scanned it, of course, it came up that the game wasn't supposed to be sold yet, and he wouldn't sell it to me. And I mean, I'm not going to try to get some guy almost fired just so I can get my hands on the game a couple days early. I can wait. But anyway, but yeah. I went to another. Actually went back to the same Walmart the next day to try again. Maybe someone a little more naive was working that day or something. And actually, the guy asked to help me that day to look in the back for the starter packs because the Portal Owner packs were still out there. He said that he knew the game wasn't supposed to be out yet, and so I explained to him, hey, these are over here, so either they should all be out or none of them should be out. And actually, luckily, he actually put the game away, the ones that were already out. And I mean, like I said, I don't want anyone to get in trouble over it being out early, so, it was kind of good he did that. Um, and then today I also went to Best Buy, and they actually had a working demo of the game. I got to play the whole a whole level of Giants. It was Chapter 3, Rumble Town, it was called, and they had 4 figures you could play with, Tree-Rex, Lightcore, Prism Break, Jet Vac, and Punch Pop Fizz. Actually, my description of the demo, there's so much to talk about. I'm going to make a whole separate video just to talk about the demo. So if you want to go check it out, like I said, please subscribe to my videos. In the meantime, I've got a few other things to talk about other than the demo. Like I said, I actually got to hold the figures in my hands for the demo game. They were all like chained to the display, and one thing I have to say is that after holding Tree-Rex, the giant figures really don't seem so, well, giant. I mean, don't get me wrong, Tree-Rex is kind of big and, bulky, and he's wide and everything, but he's not really tall. I was expecting something called a giant figure to be taller. From what I have heard from some Australian Portal Masters, though, he's actually one of the shorter of the giants. Apparently Swarm's pretty tall, Crusher's kind of tall, too. So I guess Tree-Rex is just kind of, well, stumpy. Get it? Tree-Rex? Stumpy? Okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop being lame. Also in Best Buy, they had a display case similar to what they've had for Spyro's Adventure, with a few of the figures in it playing the little trailer on the screen beneath a portal. And in there is pretty cool. I got to see some figures that I haven't seen in person yet. There was Chill, who's actually kind of taller than I thought she'd be. She's yeah. I mean, she's still the same size as a standard figure. Let's see what else was in there. There was a Series 2 Flame Slinger, Lightcore Prism Break, another Punch Pop Fizz, another Tree Rex, and there was also Bouncer. He's a little bit taller than Tree Rex, but generally they're about the same size. So that was pretty cool. Again, I'm sorry I don't have a picture of it, but if you go out and Google it, I'm sure someone else, go on Dark Spyro, I'm sure someone else has posted up a picture of that by now. Also in GameStop, the one last thing I wanted to talk about was while I was in GameStop, I didn't find any actual giant figures, but I did find this. It's the Skylanders Giants Portal Battle Arena. It says it holds up to 16 figures. You can fit about 8 on there pretty easily, and if you cram them in there, you can get about 16. It's really cool, it lights up, and it has a place for your portal to go on top. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. As you can see, it's pretty big. It has all the elemental symbols on the base of it, and around the edges are also the elemental symbols with the Giants logo in the front. On the top here is a place for you to set your portal, and if you're using a corded portal, the wire will actually snap down in this groove so it doesn't get in the way. It was $40, which is a little more than I think it should be worth, but overall I do recommend buying it because it's a really cool way to display your characters. I mean, if you're playing through the game, you just set out one of every element on the thing while in the middle of your portal, and no matter what kind of gate you run into, boom, there you go, you got the character you need. Hold on, let me hit the lights and I'll show you what it looks like in the dark. Here you go, ooh, with the lights. It's a little hard to tell from the video, I know, but each of the elemental symbols on the outside light up in their individual colors, and the symbols on the top shift through the various colors, kind of like the portal will itself. But yeah, overall, it's pretty cool. Ugh, sorry about that. But other than that, that's about all the news I have. Like I said, stay tuned. I'm just about to make another video to review the Chapter 3 demo that I played through at Best Buy. Other than that, I'm gearing up for the release day. Like I said, I've already got a Google Map document printed out of the whole route I'm going to take, every stop I'm going to make, and all the phone numbers and contact info of every store I'm going to go to, just to make sure that they're going to have Giants on release day. I'm probably going to make, 1 or 2 more videos to help kill time until the game comes out. But until then, that's about all I've got. So like I said, stay tuned on release day. I'll be making some more hunting videos. And leave any questions or comments you have down in the comments. And please, guys, don't forget, subscribe. Thank you, and happy hunting, Portal Masters.